We left our home in Switzerland, dreaming of starting a new life in New Guinea. But our ship was caught in a wild storm for 6 days and nights. We were tossed about so violently that we had no idea where we were. Suddenly,
Land! Land!
then, crash! The captain and the crew scrambled into the last of the lifeboats and escaped. "Please, help us! My wife and children are on board!" But no one could hear us through the spray and the foam. We realized that we had to help ourselves. "We must think fast, Liz!"
Let's cut the empty barrels in halves and fasten them together to make a raft.
We loaded the raft swiftly with a few essential things and made our daring escape. Despite the rough sea, we reached the shore.
We made it! We are safe!
Where on earth are we?
Were we on an island or a peninsula? This was a magical land filled with wonderful flora and fauna. Look, boys! Spider monkeys!
They seem frightened. Have they never seen humans?
They're throwing coconuts at us.
Grateful, we split open the coconuts, drank the refreshing water, and ate the kernel. Soon after the sea calmed, we returned to the ship to salvage what we could.
These fishing hooks, hammers, and screwdrivers can help.
Pots, tins of biscuits, and dried soup, Father.
Sewing materials.
Father, look what I found. The captain's telescope.
Juno and Dirk, come on, good dogs.
My family chose wisely. We understood what we needed to survive. We set the pigeons, ducks, and geese free. They flew towards the land. We brought the rest of the animals back with us.
That bay over there, that'll be safe for our family. It's hidden by the high rocks from 3 sides, and the sea is peaceful there.
The boys learned fast to be resourceful. Good work, boys. You've brought fresh fish and fruits. We had our supper in oyster shells.
Did you notice there was hardly any twilight? I think we are near the equator. Yes, Mother. I saw an agouti near the bushes. We must be near South America.
Liz and Ernest's scholarly knowledge was going to be of great help. We visited the ship 3 more times. We brought back clothes, stationery, a handmill, some seeds, and grains. But we did not take any gold. That was of no use to us. On our last trip back from the ship,
Look out, shark!
Ernest tried to ward off the shark, but he was thrown overboard. Ernest, stay calm. Keep afloat.
Let me hit the shark.
No, Fritz, he isn't attacking. A miracle. A gigantic loggerhead turtle emerged from the sea and swam by Ernest. Cling to the turtle, Ernest! The turtle brought Ernest gracefully to the shore. She would return every year to lay her eggs. We spent the next few days settling on the island with the objects we had salvaged.
There. Now our tent home is ready, and the cattle and sheep are safe in these strong corals.
Our new home had enough for us to survive for a while. We hoped a ship would soon come looking for us. Meanwhile, Fritz, Turk, and I began exploring the land, bringing home whatever we found useful. Sugarcane, fruits, gourds.
We are on an island.
Where are our shipmates? Did they survive the choppy waters that dreadful night? Liz too explored the land with our younger sons and Juno. When we met for supper, we had a lot to talk about.
We found a very large tree in the forest. Its branches touch the sky.
Yes, it stands by a stream. I suggest we build a tree house there. Its large, dense foliage will keep us cool and safe.
Liz was right. Our tent home was on a barren beach. It was very hot here and could become unsafe. We had gathered several floating planks from the wrecked ship. We used them to build a strong treehouse.
Our new home.
Falcon
Falconhurst.
How beautiful.
We made a ladder with bamboo reeds to climb to our treehouse. And we made a pulley to haul things up. We settled in our cozy new home. The bountiful island gave us much. In a few months, we were able to grow our own grains and vegetables. Amazingly, we also learned to make cloth from flax. For 10 years, we lived on the island without meeting a single soul. One day, Fritz found a message tied to the leg of an albatross. "Please help the shipwrecked sailor on the smoking island." Fritz rowed for 2 days and found a smoking volcano. To our great relief, Fritz returned. And he was not alone. "Meet Miss Jenny Montrose. She's lived on this island for 3 years. She built herself a sturdy home with bamboo, stones, and clay. Brilliant!"
My papa and I are botanists. We were on an expedition when our ship got wrecked. I think I'm the only survivor. I trained cormorants to fish for me and albatrosses to carry my messages. I knew they'd save me one day.
We were overjoyed to have Jenny in our family. Within months of Jenny's arrival, "A ship! The Unicorn!" We waved flags and sent smoke signals to attract attention. Captain Littleton, his crew, and the passengers were amazed to hear our story. They were our guests for 2 weeks. Goodbye, boys. Jenny, we cannot leave this paradise. You must go, though. You must study. Godspeed. A few families from the Unicorn decided to live on the island. We were happy to have neighbors. I gave Fritz my diary and hoped he would someday publish it so that you can learn from our story of love and survival.